How's it going, everyone? Welcome to my channel. In this quick video, I'm going to show you how I use fiberglass resin to strengthen my 3D prints. Fiberglass resin can be a little bit challenging to work with, but I'm sure that after this tutorial, it's going to be a breeze. This video is part 6 in my series on how I built my Boba Fett cosplay from start to finish using 3D printed parts. If you've never used fiberglass resin before, the first thing you're going to want to do is go over to Amazon and pick up this Bondo Fiberglass Resin Repair Kit. This thing's not very expensive, and you're going to get plenty of resin and plenty of cloth and everything else that you need to do many projects long after this one. Once you've taken everything out of the packaging, the first thing you're going to want to do is actually assess if you need the cloth for the project that you're doing, because you may not. The fiberglass resin itself is pretty strong, but it's much stronger with the cloth. In this project, I am going to be using some of the cloth to help bridge the gaps between where I met different 3D pieces and welded them together. Because of that, my first step is going to be to get some scissors and just cut some of this fiberglass cloth into strips. Before you make your mixture, make sure everything that you need to get set up is ready to go, because once you do mix these pieces, the clock will be ticking. Now, the ratio of mixture recommended on the packaging is 1 ounce of resin to 10 drops of the hardener. You can adjust this a little bit if you want a little bit longer working time. The thing I will caution you is if you put too many drops of hardener, it is going to harden too fast, and it's going to turn into boogery clumps as you're trying to brush it over your pieces. Quick safety note, make sure you avoid getting this on your skin at all costs, and I would also recommend some safety glasses and a face mask. This kit comes with everything you need, including the little tray to mix the resin in, and popsicle sticks to mix it with. For me, I just opted to use old applesauce cups for my children. You're going to want to brush this on, so make sure you get a brush that you don't care about, because once it gets filled with resin, it is going to be toast. Now, the ideal order of operations here is to apply a little bit of that fiberglass resin, lay down your fiberglass cloth, and then saturate that cloth with more of the resin. For this back piece to my Boba Fett cosplay, I made sure to focus on getting that fiberglass cloth in the areas that would take the most stress. This was primarily the seams, up near the shoulders where it needs to hang on to my shoulders, and then those 2 slots where the jetpack is going to be connected. These are going to be your extra vulnerable areas that you want to strengthen up. I ended up deciding to take some more of that fiberglass resin and brush it onto the insides of the shoulders and knees and chest armor, just to give those a little bit more strength as well. After letting the fiberglass resin harden for an hour or two, you may decide that you need a second layer. In my case, I decided to go over the back piece a second time, just to make sure it was extra strong. After just a couple of hours, this fiberglass resin is hardened and ready to sand. Now you might be thinking, no one's going to see it, it's on the inside. It doesn't need to be perfectly smooth. Is it that important that I sand it? Absolutely. The frayed edge pieces of your fiberglass cloth are going to turn into tiny little knives and razor blades. You need to make sure to sand them down very well, because if you don't, you're going to risk cutting yourself. I took my power sander and just sanded everything as smooth as I could, especially those pieces that I applied the fiberglass cloth. If there's a step where it's more important to make sure you have a mask on, it's this step. The last thing you want is dustified fiberglass resin getting into your lungs. Stay safe out there, everybody. Now, these clips I'm putting on your screen now help to show the inside of this armor as I was starting to paint it, which is a great segue into the next part of this series. Part 7, we're going to paint all of the armor. I'm going to be talking more about texturing, masking, color choice, and order of operations. I hope you stick around for that next part. I hope to get it uploaded very soon. Thank you for watching this entire video. The products used are going to be linked in the description. And if you have any questions, please post comments. I do read all of them. If you got something from this video, please go ahead and hit that like. Thank you.